Thanks. I'm here with Lieutenant Frenger. In just a moment, we're going to show you just how dangerous distracting driving can be. Lieutenant, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
So why don't you explain to us a little bit, what is distracted driving? Does it only include things like texting and driving, or?
Well, there's only currently a law involving texting while driving, and but distracted driving is a much greater umbrella. It's under that, but things like changing your radio station and talking to a passenger. I've actually seen people reading books and things as they're operating their vehicle. All of those would fall under the distracted driving.
Wow, reading books, huh?
Yes.
What about when you're stopped at a red light or a stop sign? I mean, some people probably think it's okay that they can pull out their phone or change the radio, maybe dig through their purse or something. Can they still get in trouble for stuff like that?
Well, absolutely. We would prefer that if you're going to change the radio station or do something that's going to take your mind off of the roadway, that you would do that while you're at a stop. But it also causes a hazard at times as well, where the person becomes so engrossed in their phone or whatever they're doing that they don't realize the light has changed. Now they're holding up traffic and other vehicles are beeping, and so now they speed through the intersection maybe and run the red light and cause a collision that way. But more importantly, they cause a collision behind them because other drivers are anticipating that traffic is going to start moving, and they may already be in motion approaching the light, and we could have an accident that way. So whatever the distractions are in your vehicle, be it your phone, your GPS unit, a book, or a passenger, we ask that you try and focus on your driving efforts, no matter whether you're moving or stopped, and make sure that you're operating safely.
Well, are we ready to get started?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's go.
We have a driver that's going to demonstrate operating their cell phone and texting while driving. She's going to come around a curve. There's going to be a hazard in the roadway, and then she'll come up to an intersection, go through the intersection, and then traverse through a serpentine, which is a curved section of roadway. So hopefully she will be able to navigate without hurting herself, and maybe she will only injure a cone along the way.
So obviously that didn't go very well. Knocked over a cone. I wasn't going very fast, as you could tell, and I didn't know what was coming. And I still hit some cones. So Lieutenant Frenger, a lot of people think that, texting and driving or just changing the radio is really not that big of a deal. And if they do it, they're not going to get caught. What would you say to those people out in the roads?
Well, we do enforcement on all traffic violations, just so that there is that concern that you will get caught eventually, and that's the whole point of enforcement, is to try and deter that behavior. But yes, a lot of this behavior does go on, and it is not a situation where they're caught, and so it just continues. And so what I would say to folks is that they need to really weigh the importance of what they're doing with their phone or what they're doing in their car versus the possibility of killing or hurting someone, either themselves or in their own vehicle, or an innocent person on the roadway. And to weigh that out and realize that it's just not worth it. And to put the phones away and keep your mind and your eyes on the road and at all times, and drive safely.
Absolutely. And do you think it's best for drivers to probably turn off their phones while they're driving so they don't feel that anticipation of needing to reply back to a text or a phone call if somebody calls?
I think that would be wonderful. I don't think that's realistic for a lot of folks, that they would turn it off, but that would be helpful in reducing the number of distractions by far.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for joining me today.
Thank you.
Back to you at the desk.